Hey YouTube, Oliver here. Today I'll be reviewing the mini NES Classic Edition, which has 30 games preloaded on it already. Includes such classics as Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Legend of Zelda, Kirby's Adventure, Donkey Kong, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Pac-Man, the whole Final Fantasy, Castlevania, Punch-Out. It's pretty much got every superstar game that was ever on the NES. Like, it's pretty perfect. Any game that Nintendo started off with for their sort of IP, it's got the original Donkey Kong. It's everything evolved. The original Mario Bros. When it wasn't Super, when they were just dancing around on these platforms with turtles. I want to point out first that the box is beautiful. Like, it has some of the retro games shown down there. It's got this sort of 80s sort of space vibe. The writing, the pop, it's all pretty good. And it's very small as well. Like, I knew it was going to be small, but I didn't think it was going to be so compact. So that's pretty cool. So just the box itself is quite good. So if you get your hands on a box to play with, I'd say it's worth it. It's pretty exciting. So that's the box there. The product itself we have here. The word mini really means mini. Like, this thing is small. Like, my hand is nearly bigger than the unit itself. But it's fairly basic. It's just looks like an NES but smaller. We have power and reset, slots for 2 controllers, the back, HDMI, and then power. So it's just a standard HDMI that goes in the back, and then it's a USB power. So it's just plug in the back, and then it's a USB, and then you can use anything that will take a USB. I've been using the dock for my phone charger, so anything like that, and it will play. So it doesn't draw too much power. It's very easy to set up, and you can play it through anything. So I thought that was quite good. The controller, it comes with one controller. Again, the old classic design, 2-button start, select, and the D-pad. D-pad is a lot better than the original, as it's not all sort of hard and clunky. It's very responsive, and it fits in your hand, feels quite good. For a size comparison, I have the OG NES. So this thing's massive. I mean, that's where you put the game. So that's half the way there. We have the buttons, everything, and then we have the mini. So side by side, you can see there's quite a difference. And then if we do it on top, you know, you could fit 4 of these to a big one on the top, and there's not as many switches. So this thing defines the word mini. So that's the aesthetics, size, and everything taken care of. Let's talk about the games now. They're all beloved classics. I enjoyed playing through the Mario Bros. Series. I've dabbled in some. You get the original Super Mario Bros. 2, not Doki Doki Panic, and the sort of Mario Bros. 2 wasn't Mario Bros. 2 over here. It's called something else, and there's this whole thing. But you get the first 3 Mario Bros., which are really great. The original Metroid, which was really eerie. So it really took me back to a time where games, well, I wasn't around at the time, but when games were really difficult, there was no saves, there was no second chances. You had a couple of lives, and then if you died, you start again. There was no direction. It didn't say, go this way, here's this trail. It was just, you're in the game, you can shoot, work out how to shoot, work out how to walk, work out what you need to do. And if, you know, some games had a story, but it would be 2 lines of, you're in a castle, cool, escape. Not even that, just, okay, work it out. So that's been quite fun, just trying to be like, oh, how do I do this? Trying not to look online for solutions or how to finish the level. The thing I do like about this is for each game there are 3 save states. What you have to do is to get to that is to press restart. That will take you to the menu with all the games, and then just press down the D-pad and you can save your state. So you can have 3 different save files across all games, so that's quite good. So before a big boss fight or whatever, you can save and you can go back. So I found that quite handy. So definitely it is more achievable to finish games like the original Zelda, or if you are playing through Final Fantasy, which is an RPG, so you kind of need to save, not sort of go through it again. Games like Pac-Man and Galaga, not so much, but it is quite a good feature. All the games play really well. I was worried about the HD, but the scaling's quite good. There's 3 different modes. There's Pixel Perfect, which makes the best fit and the best look for your flat screen HD TV. There's a CRT mode, where it makes it look like it's running on those old big TVs, so it has all sort of the static and stuff. So that's really for the OG people that want to experience that old feel. And then there's just a normal sort of mode where it sort of looks old. I played on Pixel Perfect because it makes everything really nice. The games look better than they do on the Wii U Virtual Console, so it's good to see some thought went into the sort of, it's not a HD remaster, but sort of bringing these games to this. They sort of did think about things. My highlight games at the moment are really old ones. I really like Dr. Mario. I do really like Metroid. Kirby's Adventure's been really fun. Balloon Fight was weird. Bobble Bobble, I never played that. That was interesting. Just all these different games. Double Dragon, didn't realize how hard Ninja Gaiden was. And platforming on that is ridiculous. Like, you have to sort of jump between these things. I was like, this wouldn't happen before. So I can see where games in the future have gone from that, because that's insane for the time that was released. I think, if I had to say worst game, it would probably be Techno Football. Not really into football. Doesn't really make any sense. And I don't know the rules, so I can't really play the game. Other than that, every other game's really, really great. Even Gradius, those kinds of, you know, the Konami and Bandai games are quite fun. I have a really good time. I like jumping in for half an hour just for a game. It's really easy to boot up, to turn on, it's there, jump in a game. So the thing I do like about old games as well is that there's not all this loading stuff. It's just, I want to play Mario. Cool, I'm in Mario, I'm playing Mario. It's just, yeah, so it's good to sort of break up time, play with friends, and it's a good throwback to everything Nintendo was and is now, sort of building the franchises. I hope they do continue this trend and do one for the Super Nintendo, because that's really where the NES brought out all these new sort of games and ideas, and then the Super Nintendo brought that up. I mean, we had the first Mario Kart, we had Donkey Kong Country, we had Super Metroid, we had Super Mario World, which is my favourite Mario game, we had 16-bit games, we had Mega Man Zero, we had Secret of Mana. It'd be good to see them release these games again, because they're pretty hard to get a hold of, and also Japanese games that maybe didn't get a Western release, that kind of thing. It'd be quite good to see. Have a collection of mini Nintendo consoles sort of having their history, and have a place to play them, because this will last quite a long time. Unless I throw it somewhere, it will preserve these games, and so we have a way to look back and see where we've come from and where we're going to. My personal favourite mini console will probably be a GameCube, because I absolutely love the GameCube, and I love the idea of a mini GameCube, maybe with a little handle they can go like this and play Metroid Prime and Pokemon Colosseum, Luigi's Mansion, like all these like really classic games, Super Mario Sunshine. That would be fantastic. So hopefully this isn't just a one-off. Hopefully they continue that trend. I think the only negative thing I could say about it, not the console itself, but the marketing that has been done behind it. I had to line up from 6 in the morning to line up to get one of 15 consoles, and there was just crazy people everywhere. There was a second shipment today, and it just crashed the EB Games website. It crashed other websites. No one can get a hold of this thing, and then online, scalpers and other people are charging upwards of $300, which is just ridiculous, and I think that's a really bad part of video game culture. Surely Nintendo would have learnt from Amiibos, where they went, we didn't realise it'd be popular, and then they went, okay, we'll re-release them, and now you can get any Amiibo anywhere. But Nintendo should have known this was going to sell well. I don't know if it was just they couldn't make enough, or they just didn't think, but I feel like someone should have put their hand up and gone, this is going to sell really well. We should make sure there's stock. So even now with the second shipment, they're still not handling it well. I don't want to blame retailers, because it's not their fault. They only get what Nintendo give them. So if they're short-handed and only have another 10, then that's their fault. Nintendo's fault, not theirs. Their website management is not great. They shouldn't sell things if their website's broken. They should make it in store so it's fair for everyone. Apart from that, it's a really great device. So if you can get a hold of one somehow, hopefully they'll be more attainable. Do get one. I would probably wait till next year. Maybe there'll be more shipments. Don't pay any more than you have to. I would pay max $150 to $200 for one. It's worth $100. If you can get one for $150, maybe pay an extra $50, but don't. It's not the end of the world. There will be more. Nintendo usually do fix these problems, but otherwise, really good console, really good games, good design, and I hope to see more of these. I have a Facebook page, Oliver Reviews, where you can see more of my content. I'll be posting some more videos soon. Till then, see you later.